Today, I'm gonna make a beer using the dip hop method, but I'm gonna put it into my plastic Firmzilla all-rounder, and I'm gonna show you how to do it too. Now, the last few times I've dip hopped, I've done it in my stainless steel fermenter because adding 180-degree water into a plastic bucket or like the Firmzilla all-rounder is not a great idea. But I didn't want to use this fermenter today. I wanted to see if this could be done in the Firmzilla all-rounder, and I think I have a solution. First, we need to go make a beer. You shouldn't put anything that's 180 degrees in a plastic fermenter. It says it right here. Do not expose to temperatures above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like way far away from 180 degrees. We're gonna need to move to the kitchen. I've got my pot that's got 180 degree water in it. What I did is I just pulled it out of my mash water. That way it has all the water salts and everything already in it. Heated it up to 180 degrees, added my hops, put the cover on tightly, and now I'm just gonna let it sit while I mash and boil, and then I'm gonna chill it down and add it to my fermenter. For today's beer, I'm brewing a sessionable hoppy IPA that was sent to me by Northern Brewer. I'll go ahead and link that kit in the description below. It's called the Arctic Slush, and it has 2 hops in it, Citra and Mosaic. Now, it's a simple recipe, and it only calls for 2 hops being added during the boil, and that's with 5 minutes left. So because of that, I'm only gonna be boiling for 30 minutes today. So hoping today's brew day can be done a little bit quicker than normal. So I really thought there were 3 options for getting these into my plastic fermenter. First option would be to simply rack my chilled wort into my fermenter and then just take those dip hops and add them in. That water's probably still gonna be pretty warm though, and it could bump me up above pitching temps, I guess. So I'm not gonna go with that. The second option I thought about was that I could just take my dip hop liquid and add it into my kettle after the boil is done and let it chill it down as it goes into my fermenter. The problem with that is there's gonna be a lot of hop matter in there, and I don't wanna clog up my pump or have that stuff running through the accelerator. And then also, I might not get all of that hoppy goodness into the fermenter. It might get stuck somewhere. It might stay in the bottom of the kettle with the tube. It could get stuck in the pump in the fermenter and the chiller, and it might not ever make its way to the all-rounder. So the option that I'm gonna go with I think I should probably use a funnel for this. Funnel sanitized. I'm gonna sanitize this pot here. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. Oh, look at all that good stuff right there. Woo! Okay, dip hops are in. There's a little bit left in here, but I think we'll be okay. Beer has been transferred to the fermenter. Yeast has been pitched. I'm fermenting this one in the garage because the garage has been holding between 64 and 68 degrees, and I expect no change to that over the next week or so. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's time to clean up. Oh, I gotta take a final gravity reading. I'm gonna do that now with my Anton Parisi Dents. It's easy. Maybe that's why they call it the Easy Dents. And it really is easy. You need a very small sample size to push through. All you need to do is make sure it's the right temperature, push it through, hit start on your phone, and within a few seconds, you have a reading of what your wort is. Now, I always rinse mine out at the end with some distilled water, just to keep it clean and make sure that it's performing properly. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? That's right, you guessed it. It's time for Beer with Brian. Literally, this beer today, I was counting, I brewed this last Friday. It is now Saturday. This beer is 8 days old. I got 10 feet of line. It's under natural carbonation. 10 feet of line gets me from way back there to right here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's still a little undercarbonated. You can see it has a really nice juicy aroma coming off of it. And I mean, I didn't add that many hops to this either. So it is supposed to be a session IPA. This has a lower level of carbonation right now. Once it gets a little bit more carbonated, it's gonna add a little bit more brightness to it, and we'll probably punch it up a little bit. But right now, because it's a little undercarbed, like I could literally pound this thing. Way easier to pound. Came in at like, it's under 5%. I want to say it's at like 4.7. For a session IPA, feels like it still has a nice amount of body. Oh gosh, that is really good. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. You definitely want to be subscribed so you get notifications when I post new videos, because I got some things coming up and you're going to want to see them. Cheers. Go Angels. Less carbonated beer is way easier to pound. Peace out.